Hey.
Check. Oh,
We did it.
we back.
We made it.
We back.
We made it through the cold.
Oh man, we braved the cold Florida weather. I mean, my brothers and my cousin, they up in there in New York, it's 99 degrees. You live up north. Forget you. That's what you deserve.
9 degrees.
9 degrees. In some places, it's colder than that.
That's crazy to me.
11 people already died in Chicago, bro.
I heard. Literally just frozen.
Froze to death. I'm homeless
Frozen.
folks, man.
Like, God bless them, rest in peace, but frozen.
Frozen.
When the
man.
hell have you ever heard that?
I don't know, man. But of course, I want to let y'all know the Orlando Passport is coming back. Official date is March 12th, which I believe is a Tuesday. Let me make sure my calendar says that right. That's a Tuesday, right? Okay, it's a Tuesday, March 12th. We'll be releasing information shortly for the artists to get signed up for the showcase. Our headline act will be Matane, which is who you saw last week on the show.
Shouts to Matane.
So if you need a refresher of who he is, please look on my page, the Don DJ Spider. Trinity did share it as well on his page as well.
At DJ Trinity, DJ TRINID.
So check out the interview we did with him. It was great, cracked a lot of jokes. And by the way, that person that we was talking about cracking jokes in the little clip you shared, Boogie.
Boogie.
You know who you signed to?
Who's Boogie signed to?
Shady Aftermath.
Bullshit.
No, he signed to Shady Aftermath.
So we out here roasting a real MC then.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh,
So
shit.
when I found that out, I felt bad.
Shit.
I'm like, he might.
Shit.
He might throw some bars our way.
He about to destroy A Boogie then.
I don't know. Right now.
I mean, he's signed to Shady Aftermath. Let's go.
He got bars from Boogie, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to actually hear his content because it's kind of unique that you get to hear somebody's content before you get to really know them.
For sure.
Because most people try to ram their like social media persona and their like internet presence in your face until you get to catch up on the music.
And I know nothing of him, so it's like just knowing that fact alone. Let's see what he got.
Exactly. So I had to make sure we gave him out his flowers.
Yeah. We'll upload
and also
that clip.
he's a blood, so we might really want to take it
shit.
easy. We might really want to take it easy.
Up, y'all. We fucked up. God damn it.
Fucked up.
God damn it. Speaking of last week, we in our clip, which y'all could check out coming on YouTube this weekend and also on our Facebook streams. We talking about DMX. He was locked up and then he actually got out of jail, I think, the day after our podcast. He was doing a tax evasion. You know, all those celebrities, they don't know how to pay their taxes. So they got it. I think he did like a year or something like that. But X ain't afraid of jail. That shit ain't new to him.
He's a dog, baby.
But he came out on Big Boy interview, you know, Big Boy on the West Coast, and he was saying some stuff. I got a quote that he was saying, and I really wanted to bring it up because that shit was deep to me.
Okay. I mean, let's be real. X is a lot deeper than a lot of people give credit for.
I think he always used to do like a prayer, a sermon at the end of his...
Have you heard that? You heard it before, right?
I have. Yeah.
That's the intro to one of his albums, bro.
Oh, damn, man. And I know he does it like at the end of his shows, and I'm just like, damn, that's deep, man.
It's one of the best intros.
And after you just turned up and you feel that shit at the end, I'm like, damn, you really making me feel something right now, man.
It's a good way to end the situation. Go ahead, drop that quote on though.
He was talking to Big Boy, and he was just like, as artists, it's our responsibility. He's like, these other new artists, rappers, they promoting drug use. If that's what you want to do, that's your business, but you ain't got to promote it and make it sound like it's cool.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that's dope. You know, like the first rapper that came to mind is Future.
Yes.
Because
I was about to say
you
that.
get what I'm saying? And I heard, you know, he's quit that now on the whole The Wizard album, you know, whatever this whole, scenario is. Great album. We'll get into that later too. But that's some fucking real shit, man. That's coming from a legend. That's coming from X. We told y'all that. Like this is exactly what drugs does to a fucking legend, bro. And that's what X is telling you. And I hate how we were discussing last week. These kids just look at X and it's like, nah, he's just a druggie. Motherfucker, you sipping lean every goddamn day.
Well, let's be real. The perspective has changed from in hip hop. We know X has had trouble with drugs in the past. So there's a lot of artists like Bobby Brown have had trouble with drugs in the past.
True.
But let's think about it. The perspective of how they were rapping though wasn't the perspective of a drug user. For a lot of rappers, it was the perspective of the drug dealer. But now,
good point.
Now you have the perspective being shown in people's bars of, I pop Molly, I do X. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But let's be real. It's kind of an after effect of the industry of what was going on. The people who they were selling the lifestyle to now are the symptom. Are now are feeling the ramifications of that lifestyle, are actually living the lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true.
So
It's the crack babies.
Yeah, it's literally the crack babies.
The crack babies.
Yeah, exactly. They're just they're showing the symptoms of what happened.
And it's sad, man.
It's sad, yeah.
Like, I mean, but you talk about that. That's what people said from the 80s and the epidemics from that. We're looking at these epidemics from the 90s and the early 2000s. And it's like, come on, learn from it. You know what I mean? Learn from it. So I appreciate X being that spiritual guidance guy like he always is. Mm-hmm. I heard he performed at a concert during this last week since he came out, too.
Yeah.
So, like, that's some real shit, man.
But what I would really like to see is for X to really take his time on this journey. I don't want him to jump right back into shows right away.
For sure.
Because when you move a little too fast, you kind of get caught up in all
You go right back in it.
And
with that type of lifestyle, I could easily see that happening. So, God bless him, man. X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you. What? X is up. But we gonna rock, then we gonna roll. Another counterpoint, since you already brought up Future.
Okay.
You know, he was number 1 on the Billboard charts.
And then he had I think 8 songs on the Hot 100 chart.
Yeah.
That's big.
Which is weird because I don't feel like I'm living in the same kind of effect of Future from the past. I'm not feeling like I'm in a Future mist.
Okay.
Not talking about the music style. I'm talking about where you can't escape his music. As he's on the Billboard, I don't feel like I'm hearing his songs enough to say that he's really dominating the Billboard.
Well, I mean, this is his 6th number 1 album. This dude's been out for a minute.
Yeah.
And as much as he is one of the hottest dudes out here right now, his buzz has died. He's not that biggest guy anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's still one of the biggest, but he's now created his own lane. Everybody copies him now. So, I mean, I feel the same way. I don't think the buzz is that big, but it's just because he's in his own light. When you dropped that, double album last year or something like that, where one was like R&B and then the other side,
Hendrix versus was it Hendrix? There was Hendrix and then what was the other one?
It wasn't Future Hendrix.
One was Hendrix.
And then the other one versus something. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not that big of a fan. But my point is just like I when I see that, that still wasn't that big to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That still didn't have the biggest effect, but that shit was still bumping, and he still made a lot of hits off of that.
Yeah.
So he's just lost that buzz as being big in the rap game because all these young ass kids is taking it now. But now he's created his own lane. Like he's still number 1 in his own light. But I mean, the 6th number 1 album, man. 8 songs on the Billboard charts. That's hot.
That's hot.
That's hot as fuck.
One thing you also got to bring up is I think Rory from the Joe Budden podcast. Shouts out to them. They don't know who we are.
They will
one day. But one thing you got to notice that Rory brought up is that he's such a back catalog kind of artist. When you hear him, it forces you to go into this little tunnel and you find other songs like Mask Off. You find the songs what he did with Drake. Then you find Pluto. You find all these Dawn of the Moon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
You kind of get into
He's
this
a catalog,
and that's where he really makes the most of his money from, supposedly, because he has such a wide breadth of history.
Well, he's from that era of rappers where it's quantity over quality. You know what I'm saying? Just put out.
Yeah.
And I mean, for him, like again, when you found your own sound, that's exactly what you do. Just don't stop.
Yeah.
And look what it's gotten him. You're right. But I remember. I mean, that's interesting. You brought it up that he's a catalog rapper because I remember when Designer's Panda came out.
Yeah.
And that was like first single, number 1 on the charts.
Yeah.
People were like, "Yo, this dude copied Future, and Future's never had a number 1 single." So it's interesting you say that, and that's why Future, he's never had a number 1.
He didn't need to.
But he doesn't need to because he's had this catalog of history of tracks, bro. And that's what I'm saying. He don't need that buzz right now either. He's fucking Future, bro.
Exactly.
He's the wizard.
Big facts. That's really all he kind of needs to be right now. He actually has a way with just developing a group of audience. You know what I mean? His audience right now is everybody. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, we're sharing the link right now with everybody in our different groups and stuff, so people can check it out. So, but like I'm saying, like it's one of those things where you kind of start digging deep into himself, and you kind of realize when he first came into the game, I don't think he was really into that druggy mist yet. He was that Tony Montana Future, that Turn on the Lights Future was not.
Yeah, I love the shit Future, man. Yeah. Like that was my turn up. Like, oh my God, that was my shit. So I agree, man.
My favorite track from him was Turn on the Lights. I felt like it was such a earworm, catchy hook. The way you could play it in the club, and girls would go off. He was just singing to you, you know what I mean? And the girls were just, You can turn what we would do back in Tallahassee. We'd turn the lights off. And turn on the lights.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You took a picture.
Where we going with this?
I'm just saying you could take a picture and you can see somebody grabbing somebody's titty. I'm just saying that it happened. We did that.
My man had tally orgies.
No, I ain't say that. I ain't do all that.
They call it Tallahassee for a reason.
I mean, but Tallahassee.
They call it Tallahassee.
It gets down
for your ass.
Nigga, fuck you. Pardon my language, mama. You ain't got to see this.
What it do?
Man. So what's our next topic, baby?
Man, so we on topic of hip hop. Let's just run through some bullshit topics. One of the most bullshit topic I've seen in the last couple weeks.
What?
Drake giving some fucking McDonald's employees.
That's been refuted.
And it has been refuted. So first and foremost, they reported that this was God's plan in real life. He was out here giving McDonald's workers $10,000 each.
Let me see. Who said it? The people?
Who you think? Goddamn Twitter. And they posted that stupid ass picture of him, with the back picture of his face barely looked like him, could look like his doppelganger.
It's a lookalike doppelganger.
Could look like that. And
man.
it's just at McDonald's with like his hand out, like literally getting a receipt. And then somebody just tweeted $10,000. And I'm like, bro, how do we keep riding on these stupid ass rumors, bro?
It's the internet.
And I hate that shit because it has been refuted. He gave them, I believe it was $100 in a tip.
I'll take that.
Which is great, bro. If you working at McDonald's.
McDonald's, you're not supposed to be able to take tips.
If it's Drake, you taking that shit and quitting.
not $100.
I mean, shit, you can get famous off of that story.
Look, $10,000 is when I'll take it and I quit. $100, but I still got the rest of my shift to do, man.
But what you supposed to do? Manager gonna come in there and be like, you're not supposed to take tips. Thank you. God's plan.
This is what you do. Hey, yo, Drake, I got that red Toyota over there, right? Put it under the car, put it under the tire, or just put it up under the under the windshield wiper.
Oh, like they do the flyers, the club flyers.
Oh yeah, I would do that.
It would get stolen instantly.
But he could put something over the top of it
instantly. Yeah, another $100 bill. But I hate these rumors. I hate how they get started, especially because.
It's what I've learned to do is take count of the internet. The internet is going to start something.
Yeah.
And the rumors are going to fly, but you just either you're going to run with it and build a like everybody does, make a random statement or take a picture and just do some hyperbole, right? Gets 50,000 retweets. Oh, my SoundCloud link is this the next post.
Yo, that's the best thing I ever see in my life.
Everybody be trolling, bro.
Oh my gosh. Shout out to one of my big homies, Nick. He just had a tweet that went viral, viral recently. It was on F Jerry. He had 250K retweets. He got viral off it.
What did he do to spin off of it?
So basically the tweet was seeing a therapist, $100 an hour, telling myself it'd be like that sometimes, free. And I was like, that's a good tweet, you know what I'm saying?
It's simple.
Solid tweet.
It's simple.
Real good. And he's a good Twitter guy. So we break it down. I'm like, that's a good solid tweet.
Solid tweet.
Blew up, got on all types of Snapchat markets and all this shit. I see people literally just random Orlando people post it as their fucking status or story. And I'm like, damn.
But did he spin off of it though?
Of course he did. My dog's a DJ and that was one of the fucking tweets. Follow me on this, follow my SoundCloud and shit. So I'm just like.
Did he get numbers off of it?
I would believe so. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
He's definitely got a bigger following Instagram and Twitter wide now.
Okay.
I see all his tweets and posts get a lot more interaction. So, but that's the best thing ever, man. And you're right. That's how we run off of rumors. We run off of bullshit. We run off of funny tweets, and that's what gains likes. That's why they say bad publicity is good publicity, because if you're getting all that attention, boom, right under there, follow me on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Or if you a bitch, send me money on Cash App or Venmo.
No, don't do that, fellas. Don't do that.
That's the trap.
They trapping you with these funny jokes and shit.
That's
and
the trap.
You go out here sending $5 on Cash App for no reason. She ain't give you not now one look. Now you said, if you send me $5, I'm gonna follow you back.
Oh my god, are they doing that now?
Yeah.
No, I thought it was just nudes or you doing follows.
Nah, they do anything.
You could buy fake followers. You buy 1,000 for that, but you gonna buy one girl? Oh,
just because she gonna say.
I could proudly, honestly say I've never taken a part in Venmoing a woman any money, Cash Apping a woman any money, sending any type of money through a cam girl, crap like that.
I'm good.
And I support those women who make their living off of that. Yo, get the bag.
Bruh.
Get the bag. But y'all ain't for me.
Get the bag off me.
Yeah, that ain't for
me.
If you find some people you could take advantage of, take advantage. But I am smarter than that.
You can't let yourself get hustled like that, boss.
Yeah, I've been broke. You get what I'm saying? Like people who could spend $5 on Cash App and a girl, Apparently, y'all got money.
Exactly.
So spend it, because I've been broke.
I'm trying to get me a roommate so I can not be broke for a little bit. Look, I'm looking for a roommate eventually. Don't be DMing
Hey, this ain't
me.
a Craigslist ad, my dude.
I'll make a Craigslist ad about it. Don't worry about it. You'll know when you know. All right.
Better start cam girling if you got to get the money up.
I got a cam girl.
You got to better start doing. Hey, dudes make a lot of money off of that. Let me just say that.
Oh wait. I got to spin off of that, the cam girl situation.
Here we go. Segue.
You know, you watch Wild 'N Out.
Absolutely.
You know the dude, the girl dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The lady, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know her name though.
Candy.
Okay.
She has just released a music video.
Okay.
Talking about Bankhead in Atlanta.
Okay.
So, if you're a big fan of her on the Wild 'N Out cast, go check her out on World Star.
A lot of people have been a fan on Wild 'N Out.
I mean,
I don't think she's one of them, but
hey, she out here doing her thing, you know, talking about
get the bag.
A dude DM'd the eggplant. And she thought he was cute.
All right.
Wearing weave and nose rings. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I respect the transgender community, transsexual community, but you a 6'6" basketball supposed to be basketball player. Not me out here.
I mean, I can't agree with that, man, because you know Laverne Cox, the fucking famous transgender woman.
Yeah.
She bad, bro. I'm gonna just be real, yo. So, and she like what, 6 feet up. So like she's genuinely beautiful. So,
but that's different.
But you talking about specifically Candy?
Candy, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I
Broad
can't say, yeah. I mean, just
no, I mean, it pretty much she is like a dude who's like out of shape.
Hey, to everyone,
saying,
everybody has they.
But everybody's gonna find love with it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
everybody.
I have no issue with it. We need that in rap.
Now multiple people gonna look at her and be like, God damn.
Exactly. But
so
thing about it is like, you know, we all find love someday, some way. You know what I mean? So I have nothing against her, but I just found the music video and the hood lifestyle in the music video, to be so drastic and polarizing.
But that's exactly what they're going for. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, I'm gonna get some hits off of this. I'm gonna get some plays
Let's
off
be real.
of this.
There's some hood niggas out there living their life. They just don't want to tell nobody.
Talking about Bankhead, I mean,
it's Atlanta.
That's what I'm saying. Atlanta's very famous. So
yeah. So I had to bring that up. But I just saw this before we started the show, and I was like, okay, we gotta fit it in somewhere. It's just like the hood lifestyle. You got a picture of her twerking on the guy with a bottle of Hennessy in the hand,
oh man,
with a black bandana on his face, and I'm like, this just is my, of all the hood music videos I've seen, this is just blowing my mind.
You know what? Speaking of like a hood music video with like a person with weird hair and weird like eyes and like a weird style.
Yeah.
You hear about Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Oh man,
I'm killing the segues in here,
we killing
baby.
segues today.
Tekashi 6ix9ine apparently
Allegedly.
Still locked up.
Allegedly. This is alleged that we're gonna bring up.
I don't like to talk allegedly. Okay, the story is alleged. I don't like to talk bad about people locked up, man. Even my opinions aside, but apparently.
Allegedly, apparently.
After dude talked to some investigators, we don't know about what.
Yeah.
3 dudes were indicted.
Yeah.
3 dudes were indicted immediately after he talked to them. Apparently, they were in that one, shooting or where he got stuck up or whatever. One of them is that dude, Kuda B.
Yeah. Well,
supposed to be known to somebody.
These guys are in connection to the Chief Keef incident.
Yes, that shoot up and then pretty much framing. So, not looking good for him, man. I seen a lot of tweets like his name is Tekashi 612 now, and I was like, ooh, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's a real good one.
Look, bro, he has to understand he lived the lifestyle. You claimed the lifestyle you was trying to live, and so you either got to sit down and do that time, or you want to go home and see your family.
Mm.
And so in either situation, I can understand. I don't condone everything, but I understand. Like, if you're living the lifestyle, you gotta stick with the lifestyle. If you want to go home, do what you got to do to go home.
Snitch.
I mean, but you can't claim yourself to be someone from the street.
Yeah, man.
You can't rap no more. You can't claim blood no more.
It's like the gig is up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you want to go home?
This
witness
is done.
protection.
This is done. So
you done. You can't rap no more, fam. If we see you on World Star, you know what I'm saying? He rapping again. But let's be real. He made his money.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm very interested to see where this plays out now. Like if he's a reduced sentence, if he stays locked up, and then if he does get out, like what does this end up?
Like he made his money.
But like he's still gonna continue to rap.
No.
You think so? You think he's just gonna cash out?
Listen, he made money. My album went platinum, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I made my money. I can retire right now.
You ain't gonna perform or nothing like that.
Nah, bro. I'm a rapper.
You doing it out of fear?
I was a rapper. I had to clean my hands. I moved somewhere to like in the middle of nowhere, Arizona. Changed my name. Rainbow hair gone.
This dude got a nice haircut from Supercuts.
Moved my baby mama, my kid out here with me.
Man. Invest
in properties.
Stop.
Stocks and bonds. I am no longer Tekashi. Who?
Oh man.
Aren't you? No.
Oh
Who?
my God. Can't even order teriyaki when he goes to Chinese restaurants just because he's like.
Go too close to my old name.
You look at somebody like Bobby Shmurda when he gets out, which is in 2020, 1 year.
Facts.
Yeah, like I think like 12, 24 months, something like that, 22 months. When you look at,
hope it gets reduced a little more. I want him to get out earlier.
It's supposed to be the end of 2020. Hopefully, a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
When he gets out, he's gonna have so much street cred and respect because he is he is Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah.
Dude didn't snitch. Dude was part of G9 squad or whatever it was, and it's like, damn, nobody ever heard of any situations like that. He did his time. It was like 5-6 years. So in contrast, that's the complete opposite of what I'm seeing has happened to Tekashi. They both New York dudes, but it's like, I need people to pay attention to this, man. Like y'all was feeding into this. Y'all was supporting this.
Let's be real. First off, I don't think homie had a Fed case. He had a New York State case.
Okay.
Bobby had a New York State case.
Yeah.
Look, Fed case is serious. Like, that's what I'm saying. I understand. I don't condone, but I understand why you'll be more apt to be under pressure to do what you do with the Fed case. Okay,
I agree with you.
That's just sitting down for a very long time. He has prospective life in prison.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you are friends and family of the Don DJ Spider, he's a snitch. He'll snitch on your ass. If it's a federal case, he's snitching.
Let me tell you this way. First off, Carl ain't getting in no trouble. I'm going to give my government name. Carl ain't with you. I've always told my friends, look, if we going down, let me know so I can get out the car right now. All right. I'm not snitching because I'm not going to be there. Yeah. Okay?
You're going to be at church. That's your alibi.
I mean, hey, I'm not going to be there. Back when I was running around in the streets, that's different. But now at 29 years old, almost 30 years old, I have no business being with you doing no dumb shit.
But that's my point. You smart enough to do that. You look at somebody like Tekashi promoting all this stuff, Teriyaki 6ix9ine. I wish the best for you. I hope nothing happens to you, but I'm just very interested to see career-wise how this plays out because you snitching and these three people are, but man, that's kind of real.
I'll put it this way, like, when you come in through the DJ game when you're young, you see a lot of stuff. I've seen people pass around different types of drugs. I've seen a lot of different types of stuff. But that stays in that world.
That's true.
So, like, you're either going to be a part of the world or you're going to be the part of the world that's going to be trying to go in and out. So when you're a part of the world, you know how to play your position. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. But when you live in a different life, you know what I'm saying, that's an entirely different type of story. So, like, anybody who's doing music or doing any type of plans to DJ, understand what type of lifestyle you're getting into, what type of DJ you really want to be. That's real.
Speaking of what type of rapper and what type of lifestyle you want to be, and rappers similar to Tekashi, Lil Pump declared himself the most lyrical rapper in the world.
Lies and propaganda. And
then immediately below that tweet, he said, follow my SoundCloud at Lil Pump.
Let me be real with you, Lil Pump, bro. I am so sick that he named this shit Harvard Dropout.
Oh, man.
Bro, you were not smart enough to get out to Harvard, son. Like, oh, man. It frustrates me. It infuriates me.
I mean,
that he thinks he's smart enough to go to Harvard.
It was funny because the Rolling Loud lineup came up recently. We'll get into that in a little bit, too.
Okay. Keep in mind, everybody, pre-sale tickets, you can lay away this year for $50.
$50. And then VIP was like $800 or something. You might catch me up in there. But anyways, they said, I have a group text where we discussing the lineup. Lil Pump was billed like in front Like, he was on the flyer higher, like, in front of Gucci Mane. My boy was like, damn, he getting billed higher than Gucci Mane? And I was like, that's just how it is now, man. Like, Gucci had a great year. Gucci came out of jail and had a fucking comeback year. Gucci had a show for his wedding.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? Gucci had a song with Bruno Mars that did numbers. But he's like, but Lil Pump's still getting billed higher? And my boy was trying to defend him like, bro, he had I Love It with Kanye West. That was huge. You know what I'm saying? He had a big beef
Gucci,
and stuff. And
I'll be real with you. Gucci it shouldn't matter to Gucci right now, because Gucci's his focus should be just keep being consistent.
That's true.
I feel like he was present this year, but last year he was more, right when he came out of jail, he was more pushing harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right now he's like 2018 really for him was like just get building that momentum. So I think once he builds his consistency back up, it's all good. Plus he's gonna be performing off of a catalog.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to perform like he's another Future situation.
He's a catalog rapper. That's
he's a catalog rapper. He's been there. Mixtape, no pad, no pencil. Shouts out to DJ Superstar J Quick.
What up?
Because he was actually he hosted like a whole slew of Gucci Mane's mixtapes back in the day, and he's one of the DJs I used to look up to in Tallahassee. Like he was one of my first DJs when I was first going to the club back in the day, back when I was so spry and youthful.
So you think Lil Pump should be billed higher then?
Currently, at this time of moment, yes.
Damn, that's real. All right. I respect that.
Right now, yes.
I respect that. At
the end of next year, probably not so much.
Yeah, no, I respect that. You're right. Pump out buzz.
Honestly, let's do a little projection. Harvard Dropout dropping at the end of February.
Yeah.
I think it's dated for the 22nd, I believe. Let me get up that. Yeah, February 22nd. I believe that album will possibly it's not going to be number one on the who's it going against? It might be number one because I don't see anybody dropping right now.
He'll get number one for sure, dude. He's pumped.
I don't think it's going to be number one by like a landslide.
Nah, you know, like 80,000. That's standard for these new dudes, man. 80,000 streams or buys, whatever they call them now, and then number one. Yeah, he'll get that. He'll get that title. I just don't think he's the most lyrical rapper in the world. Obviously.
Nobody. Look, if you're in the chat right now, if you think Lil Pump is the most lyrical rapper right now, put a thumbs up. If you do, we're gonna have a conversation off the chat.
My God.
Please don't buy into that. Shouts out to everybody tuned in. DJ Two Step. Shouts out to you, Thomas Hunnell, my homie from high school back in the day.
Thomas
Varn, Amelia Varn. Shouts out to Coach Christie in the building.
What's up?
Shouts out to anybody. My little sister is watching as well. Shouts out to you, Mima.
What up?
I'll be in New York first weekend in March. Make sure you link up with me there in the NYC. Hopefully it'll be warmer than it is right now.
Beautiful. So now I want to get into a quick little segment that I want to introduce weekly.
Oh, we have a new segment alert.
Okay. It's so appropriate for me. It's called Dose of Kanye.
Oh, God.
So in today's news of Dose of Kanye,
this is very on the rocks. It may or may not be a new segment because all he's gonna be doing is talk about Kanye.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna be weekly because I could go every show for a full hour on my dog. But anyways, my man Jordan Peele. Yep. People don't know Key and Peele came out with Get Out. He coined that term, sunken place. Ever since Kanye West been with Kim Kardashian, everybody's been saying he's in the sunken place, which I think is highly offensive.
If I was Kanye, I'd make a song. That song called Sunken Place.
Play off of it?
I would do. I would lean right into that motherfucker.
I think that's highly offensive. But whatever. Let me not get into that. But Jordan Peele was talking to Rolling Stone, and he was just saying, like, the thing about Kanye to me, it feels like whatever he's going through, he's trying to tell his truth. And there's something magnetic about people who are trying to tell their truth. I might be wrong, but my feeling is that even when he's saying something I disagree with, I feel like he's telling his truth. And that's more than you can say about most people. So on today's quick segment of Dose of Kanye, I just want to say, tell your truth.
Everybody should speak their truth, yeah.
Because that's why real Kanye fans fuck with him. Like, we don't know what the fuck he's saying, really. We don't get what he's saying when he rambles. We don't agree with most of the shit he's saying politically.
Yeah.
But we know that this is his truth. Whatever he's trying to say, that's just coming out, a little funky. But we fucks with it. So everybody out there, say your truth.
To tie into that, I feel like Kanye, he might be all over the place, but that's kind of how his mind kind of works. He's one of those people who have that mind that's all in all different directions.
Extremely creative.
But I feel like when currently, I don't think he's able to line everything together. He knows, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this, but doesn't know how they all tie together.
I imagine his brain is like a canvas.
Yeah, Jackson Pollock almost.
He literally just splashes and splashes, and it's like that's what comes every time he's saying something. It's just a splash, and then eventually you're gonna see the big ass artistic picture, and like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But that's why they say geniuses are crazy, man. But shout out to my dude, man. I love Kanye.
Yeah. So shouts out to Kanye, even though he's crazy.
Speaking of crazy, man, we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
You said that they can't cancel your bae. Taraji P. Henson.
Don't cancel my baby Taraji.
And Erykah Badu, everybody, your spiritual guidance. But we're talking about the whole R. Kelly situation.
You can't cancel Erykah Badu either.
You can't cancel any of them, honestly. They like the legends.
She's thicker than Jesus Christ.
She be wearing just the weirdest nose piercings and lip piercings, and I'm just like, God damn, I want to eat you up. Like, that is insane to me. Like, I'm not attracted to that usually, but Erykah Badu,
she has this like bohemian kind of thing going on with it.
It's really just natural and spiritual and just primitive.
But let me just tell you, them girls, dangerous boy.
Wait, nah.
Dangerous.
Me no go fuck with them boy. Me. That's the type of girl you bring home to mom, to a West Indian mother, and they're like, oh no, jumbies, ghosts, no. But
tell she gone. Tell her go ahead.
They was defending R. Kelly, and not really defending him, but saying like, we need to help this dude. We need to find, what the cause of this was. And people were bashing them and really canceling them and trying to, shut them down.
Attempting to cancel and bash them.
Didn't really work. They came out with some real mature shit on an interview together, actually. Taraji came out with a quote saying, "It's hard to get every human on this planet Earth to love you. It's just not going to happen." She went on just to paraphrase saying, like, that's not my job to get people to love me. My job is to just be honest.
Yep.
And I think that shit is real. You can't go back on what you said. You're not trying to go back on what you said. What you said wasn't wrong. You're just trying to help somebody.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the perspective that everybody's missing. That in order to understand better why people do this, you got to get to the crux of it. You can't just cancel them. You got to like, hey, so what was the meaning? So you can kind of stop this earlier on in young men's and young women's lives to intervene when you see it going down the wrong road. When you cut people off, you're not trying to get to the end answer.
You're not learning. There's no forgiveness. There's no growing from that situation, in my opinion. So I love that she said that. Like, I'm not trying to get everybody like me. I'm gonna just be real. I'm trying, if you're gonna learn from it, you're gonna learn from it. If you're gonna cancel me, whatever. I'm not gonna get you to love me. Yeah. They went on to ask Erykah Badu the same thing. She went on, of course, her shit is more holistic. Her shit is more fucking down to earth, spiritual.
Yeah.
Anything that I express is always a message of unconditional love. I would never ask anyone to feel the way I feel or see the way I see, but I also have the right to express the way I feel. I'm used to being misunderstood. I don't mind being the problem that may lead to a solution at some point. That shit is so gangster to me. Like, that shit is so gangster to me. Like, the fact that you really don't mind being the problem if it's going to cause people to learn and lead to the solution, that's exactly what you were just saying. Is like, y'all got to understand, if y'all not going to like me, learn from me. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to being misunderstood. I don't care if y'all don't understand what the fuck I'm saying. But
let's be honest. Artists like her, that's how she came into the game. People looked at her like, what is this? They didn't understand her. They're like, oh, this girl got away. This Afrocentric stuff. I still don't
understand Erykah Badu, man.
Yeah, that's why she's so mystically hot.
It's amazing. Like, how old is she? And I would still. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Guys, people don't judge us on the show.
No, that's just, I think,
because some of y'all women would too.
Oh, and women, that's true.
Yeah, y'all would too.
Every man feels the same way about what we're saying.
Shouts to the homie John Q tuning in, of course.
What up, John Q? How you doing, man?
Q is the man who helps run this wonderful
situation. Of course, man. All my homies.
Here.
Reza, shout out, man. I know the fam. I know the crew.
Yeah, so. He said to our previous point, or he's just ignorant and nobody tells him to think about what he's saying and the impact. Talking about your boy Kanye.
Okay, I say that too, but I think that his ignorance sometimes can be misguided or mislooked at. Because I do think that there's some ignorant shit that he says, and I think that he needs to apologize for some of the shit that he said.
Yes.
But that still doesn't make me forget about all the other gems that he's had.
Yeah.
And they might be, like we were saying earlier, like gems that were rambled, you know?
Yeah. It's a Jackson. When you look at Kanye, it's literally a Jackson Pollock.
And I feel the same way. Just a bunch of little splash marks, man. But at the end of the day, I agree with that, the ignorant comments. I agree with a lot of that. And that's why I'm not fully defending him. Yeah. I'm just giving y'all a dose of Kanye.
Okay, that's why it's a little dose, guys. I mean, it's a little bottle cap for you.
You need a little dose, man. Speaking of getting canceled, man, everybody's still trying to cancel my boy Kevin Hart, and I'm not a fan of that, man. I'm not cool with that. I'm not cool with that, man.
So here's my opinion.
What's up?
It's gonna be it's gonna be tough for people to understand this, but
just be real, man.
Look,
speak your truth.
Speak my truth. Look, he said that shit 10 years ago.
It's crazy, bro.
People, your opinions change. I always say that this is one of my quotes that I've coined. If your beliefs change like water, you have no beliefs. If your beliefs can change directions like water,
it's true.
You have no beliefs. You don't hold on to anything. If they just take form of any shape, you don't have no beliefs. But if your beliefs change over time, like rock being worn down by the wind, slow changes, then eventually you get shaped into a better person over time. So
that's a DJ Spider original, ladies and gentlemen.
But the most important thing in that whole situation is slowly change. Also, if you don't understand the context of it, he was responding to a friend joking about something, and it did come off really brash and very unprofessional.
Absolutely.
Looking in today's lens,
Absolutely.
10 years ago was a different time.
Absolutely.
So, if you try to modern context everything, like, oh yeah, kings were great, except they killed lots of people just to own people and slave them. Yeah, they had all this glitz and glamour. They were rich as fuck, but they killed a lot of people in the name of them. You know what I'm saying? It's about understanding in that time context, and also being able to give somebody the benefit of the doubt for their past.
I think what you said has a lot of weight to it. Is just you got to give time, let people grow from the time. 10 years ago, people were like, that doesn't matter. How does that not matter? Like, that was a long time ago. That was obviously I was much different 10 years ago. Yeah. I can imagine Kevin Hart, because the last 10 years have been a blow up of his success. So obviously,
Carl at 19 was a...
Bro, so like he's definitely grown into a much more mature and understanding man. I'm sure he's learned of his, actions and quotes that he said about the gay community and things like that. He's apologized for those things. The main thing that happened was the Jussie Smollett attack, the guy from Empire.
Let's
horrible.
Send our thoughts and prayers to Jussie Smollett.
That shit's horrible, honestly, man.
What's his last name?
Smollett.
Yeah. I know. I realized I was mispronouncing his name, so that's why I asked to make sure we got it right.
So basically, a homophobic attack. Two men just beat him down in New York.
They got the footage though.
Yeah. Oh, really?
They got the footage.
Shout out, man. That's good.
Up there.
Get some fucking justice out here.
So they're actually looking for those two men of ill repute.
Is that what you say?
Yeah,
Kevin Hart tweeted.
I'm using my words, guys. Use my words.
Kevin Hart tweeted a loving tweet saying, like, we have to do better. This is unbelievably sad. What the fuck is going on in the world? So many other people tweeted back. There's this famous homosexual guy, Ira. He tweeted back. He's like, this is why someone's jokes about beating their gay son were never funny. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn, no, I get you. That was my first reaction. I'm like, damn, that's real. You know what I'm saying? Because what he's saying is literally, if this culture and mentality wasn't in rotation, these people wouldn't have to do this hate crime.
But that's not his fault. That's not Kevin's fault. When you're brought up in the culture, you have certain things, but then when you start living outside the culture,
you grow up and you start to learn. And that's my point. I'm like, so many of us, especially colored people, especially people in the hip-hop community, come from a lower class background.
Let's be real, honestly, the island background.
And on the real, being on a West Indian island background, we are very, very, we grew up to not be accepting of that culture. So of course 10 years you might see somebody say something like that, but you gotta understand, look at Kevin Hart. He is not that same. Literally 10 years ago when he was tweeting that, he was barely doing stand-up, like a famous world tour one. Now he's world touring. Obviously, like you said, you grow from that. So I get what this man's tweet was about, but I'm like, bro, let's stop trying to cancel good people, bro. Like that kills me.
Yeah.
If you told me in 2019 Kevin Hart Erykah Badu and Taraji P. Henson would be on the fucking stand being canceled in court.
Makes no sense.
I'm like, bro, why are we doing this to good people? Who are y'all rooting for then? Like, who's the good person if y'all gonna do that?
But
So
what people forget to see is that they themselves have things about them that's not perfect. Like who, like, you know what I mean? Oh, I'm a like, let's be real. Martin Luther King, right?
yeah,
Stood up for everybody's rights.
yeah,
Was a womanizer.
absolutely.
It was an adulterer.
That's absolutely true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. I look at somebody who, I mean, as a brown person, I always hear so many Gandhi quotes growing up.
Yeah,
and
he was slight racist.
He was very racist when you really do your research. He was very much racist against black people too. So I was just like, maybe people need to understand everybody got some mistakes and bad parts about them.
Yeah.
I don't know if those two particular people learn, but I can tell you as being a Kevin Hart fan, Chief, this ain't it. That's not the dude that you want to go after. So we need to, and I get if you really are offended by it as a person in that community, and I'm sorry, let's have that discussion. That's what I'm doing, but this is my opinion of it. Like, this isn't truly the person that is gonna hurt you or gonna hurt you. Like, this is the guy that's trying to help.
Yeah, and I'll tell you one thing. Since you kind of seen his comedy, he's not the same person he was in Soul.
Oh, hell no, man.
So John Q again says, wasn't Kevin Hart joking with the tweet? He was joking, and yes, it was ignorant, like you said, but people they tend to capture people in a capsule of time, Q. And what he was saying was why people are punishing for a person you used to be. They capture that person you are back then and try to attach it to your present level right now.
It's true.
So like the 19-year-old Carl. Oh Jesus! Hopefully I ain't did nothing too crazy. But let's say I blow up. I'm sure I'm gonna go back in my tweets and like do some cleanup. But sure, I've tweeted some really problematic shit back then. I've been on Twitter since early college. I at one point had 20,000 followers. Like I was blown. I was doing some crazy shit. I was actually on Twitter every day. I was doing something like this actually in my dorm room after practice. I was DJing and all this other stuff. But the whole situation was when you get to that level, you're just in a tweet conversation with some friends. You don't think about it when you're younger. You're just throwing words out there. You know what I mean? And they do come back to haunt you. And the internet's unfortunately forever. So all y'all girls out here taking selfies and with your titties out, guess what? In 10 years, when you trying to get a big promotion, they comb the internet. That's your ass.
She Instagram famous, but she can't keep a job. Ooh.
I'm saying.
But I mean,
your pops tuned in, by the way, man.
Oh, what up? What up, Pops? Westside. What up, Paul? Good to see you.
What's up, Miss Nav? Shout out to my homegirl from Lehigh Valley. Well, she living in Gainesville right now. Shouts out to you.
Shout out, man. But yeah, man, it's pretty crazy, man. Hip hop is dope. I love that we can do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Have this conversation.
Well, I think it's the grown up conversation that hip hop needs to have. That me and you are having. Mm-hmm. I think hip hop is getting to a point now where the adults are now still in the room.
I was saying that too, man. I was really thinking about that.
That's why DMX is still around. Styles P is still around. These guys are still releasing music. Bro, the adults are still in the room.
Whenever I see like Jadakiss performing somewhere or something like that, I'm like, whenever I see these old New York kids, I'm like, this is what it is now. We in that grown up era. Like everybody's learning. So that's just beautiful to me. You look at, I love seeing J. Cole and what he's doing. Yeah. He's actually performing at the NBA All-Star coming up. So like, I love seeing this whole grown-up wave that we in, because the reason we bring this up is because we talk so much about these young rappers, this SoundCloud wave of rappers, which is because it's popping, it's popular, but we in that grown-up wave as well, man. We got to pay some respects.
Yeah. So when we talk about that phase right now, it's so important because it was always this is the now gap between the young and the old, but now you really don't have that no more. Streaming allows you to force to play in the same platform. So I'm excited for where hip hop's going to be. It's going to take some growing pains to get there, but the most important thing is that everybody's playing on the same platform. People are going to be making music together. People are forced to the older and the younger generation are forced to deal with each other, which is going to make hip hop healthier in the long run.
Shit, man. Speaking of, pull up that Rolling Loud lineup, man, because
for
people in Florida, man, I am going to be at Rolling Loud. Not performing, but shit, I'm just going to be turned up.
One of these days, we're going to be there. Oh, by the way, I'm just going to put this out there. The reason why hip-hop also is good in a good space, because you have shows like Everyday Struggle.
Yeah.
Because you have an old head. That's a beauty in what Joe Budden started with the Everyday Struggle with DJ Academics and Nadeska. Even though Joe Budden's no longer there, but the old head and the young head being in the room and having that conversation is very important.
We were talking about how, Lil Pump being billed on top of Gucci Mane.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation with my boys, and I'm just like, this is, we getting old, like, because we realizing that. Because you were talking about now Lil Pump should be above Gucci Mane. I could agree with you, but in reality, I'm like, nah, you got to put Gucci. You got to give him some respect. You got to give Gucci Mane way over Lil Pump. But I get it. But, like, that's my point. I was like, that's, like, the old head conversation we have, and that's why we even brought up Joe Budden. I was like, I love seeing dudes like him talk about things like from this perspective, from that opinion of Gucci Mane should be above, because we still we have that conversation now. Even though Joe Budden's, sometimes a dick, sometimes an asshole.
But you need
but
that
you need
energy.
that, yeah.
You need that
and that's
energy.
what I was trying to tell my people. I'm like, he plays his role. Like, we need the old head and we need the young heads. We need that J. Cole to Lil Pump conversation. Or sometimes we need it like Joe Budden being the angry dad yelling at you conversation.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I love that growing up hip hop wave we're in now. Before it was just like, oh, you the old head. Now it's like, nah, we in this. Like, we talking.
Yeah, and then the struggle is what hip hop needs to grow up. Hip hop is in how many years? It's since 70. It's about 40 years in right now.
Yeah, if you go from like the 80, I'll go like late 70s, 80. Yeah.
So about 30, 40 years up. But we're still a teenage kind of. We're right now we're teenagers. Even though we've had our golden age, that youthful exuberance.
Yeah.
I feel like we're in that late teenage stage really, where we're like actually like, okay, we're still young and brash, but we're not yet fully grown and running yet. You know what I mean? And once we get, I think what hip hop has over any other genre is the fact that it's so diverse.
True.
It's not like rock had its origins in the black community, then white community took it over and it became something entirely different. Hip hop itself is so diverse. Brown people, Hispanic people, Asian people.
Shout out.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And it has its roots in diversity that makes it so much powerful as an art form. But I got the Rolling Loud list pulled up.
The hip hop festival of the century, bro.
Right, so what we gonna go through this Rolling Loud list, man?
Just who the headliners, man?
So we got headliners. The three we have is Migos,
Bam,
Travis Scott on Saturday,
straight up,
and then Sunday.
Who was that?
Look, he already got the smile on his face, y'all. You got your boy Kid Cudi.
Oh man, anybody who knows me knows I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan. It was his birthday yesterday. Shout out to that.
I'll be real with you, Kid Cudi. Once Day and Night dropped, he came to perform at my school.
I remember that. I meant for a homecoming gig, right? Or
Yeah,
something like that.
I
Yeah.
had no clue who he was. And then he hit that stage,
Bro.
tried to tore it down.
His energy, I've been to maybe 3 concerts of his. His energy is unlike anything. So that's why when I saw him doing the festival, I went to Rolling Loud last year. So seeing what he can do with that crowd, bro, it's insane, man.
He was there last year?
No, he's not. But I know what that crowd is like, and I know what they like. Like, Rolling Loud is definitely like the younger hip-hop generation. They want that good feel. But that's where Kid Cudi has now become one of the most important artists, because he's always been into your feels. He's always been emotional. It's just 10 years ago, like we said, how times change.
Nobody was ready for it.
gave a shit about that. You being emotional, bro, you an emo rapper. I don't want to hear that shit.
Back then you was just a punk.
Yeah.
They didn't take you seriously.
You and your feels, bro? No, I don't care about that. You talking about having feelings for girls? Man, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. But also you understand is like, now that the emotional aspect of being a man has been kind of brought out now.
It's true.
And it's allowed now. That's why you have rappers like Lil Peep who are emo. Yeah,
Absolutely.
XXX can do his thing.
Absolutely.
And you have artists who really can, Kid Cudi caught a lot. Kid Cudi and honestly Kanye caught a lot of flack for their emotional tones.
Absolutely, but I mean, I'm glad to see that now it's being, more in a positive light. Now we care about mental health, so now we're actually paying attention to these dudes.
Now we also care about men actually having emotions.
And that, as 2 men in here, that's some beautiful shit.
Yeah,
you know
I'm crying now, man.
Yeah, like, bruh, we used to never be able to cry. Yo, man. You feel me, man?
Yeah,
now I could call my boy up, be like, hey, man, you want to smoke a blunt and cry? He'll be like, I'm on my way. That's some real shit right there, man. Like,
big facts.
But that's the truth, man. Shout out to Cudi changing the game. But that Rolling Loud lineup is nasty, bro.
Yeah.
We talking about DMX is on that shit too. which is awesome. I can't wait to see
I'll be
him.
real with you. We got some good South Florida talent on here too.
Bro, Ice Billion Berg is on that Rolling Loud lineup.
Brianna Perry's on here.
Brianna Perry's on that.
Tokyo Jets is on here.
Fam. Rolling Loud puts on.
I really don't understand how Zoe Dollars is still doing it, but Zoe Dollars, I haven't heard a real big track from him in a minute. I'm no diss. I really just haven't heard a lot from him lately.
Hey.
Smoke Perps on here.
Shout out.
City Girl.
Stop.
Yo, I got so mad. No, I'll be real with you. I got so mad that when they're promoting the City Girls was coming to guilt. I'm like, yo, wait, JT's still in jail, and they got a picture of Young Miami on the flyer. I'm like, yo, they got a picture of both of them on the flyer, but. Bro, just say Young Miami coming. The City Girls ain't coming.
That's bad.
Only one of them is coming.
They can't bill it as her, though.
They can't sell it, yeah. But everybody know it, man. Billion Birds on here. Light Skin Keisha. She should have had a different name.
Billion Berg is huge to me, man. You from South Florida.
Young Nudie's on here.
Billion Berg is Billion Berg.
Space Ghost Purpose on.
Space Ghost Purpose on there, bro. I'm telling you.
He's still getting checks.
They putting on. Rob Banks is on there. Like, they putting on, bro.
Rob Banks is on here. Okay. Oh, I see a name that we need to talk about.
What you got? Who we got?
Cash Doll.
Oh. What you want to talk about? Cash Doll.
Them diss records. Tory Lanez got flamed up, y'all, by Cash Doll. You mentioned the girl's name in your rap, the Don Q, and she blazed you.
Even JID was going at Tory Lanez too. I was like, this don't look good for Tory Lanez.
He picking too many fights, man.
I'm like, this don't look good. Like oh man.
He did like Don Q came back with a decent diss, but wasn't as disrespectful.
Their disses were good. I just feel like he's just really trying to play his part as being a New Yorker. Yeah. But I don't know, man. Hey.
Yeah, I just had to bring up the Cash Doll. She laid
him out.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, O-Town Marco was performing at Rolling Loud. Shouts out to O-Town Marco.
I'm saying they put on for Florida, bro. It's a good lineup on there.
The dude Tariq, I used to DJ for some of the events back in the day.
That's dope. Shout out, man.
Tariq Chief, he's the guy who does Rolling Loud.
Oh, you better get that plug, boy. Get that plug.
I don't know about that.
I mean, we sponsored by Sprite. You know what I'm saying?
Spite.
I said Spite.
But yeah. So I like the fact that I'm still on his list. But yeah, man. Tariq was a dude, man, when he still does dope entertainment. So all the little concerts that come through South Florida and Orlando. Yeah. He can't come to Tallahassee no more, but
okay, got banned from the city.
Well, it was promoter politics.
Okay.
So that's what it was. Oh, Young and Ace Duval in that bit. Okay.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
Okay, look, I'm still on this list right here. Okay. Of course, Lil Pump is on there. Who else? Well, what's the big day? Is Sunday the big day?
Sunday's and Saturday probably because that Travis Scott all up in it.
Friday's still pretty big. It's either way.
Yeah. They saying that Offset and Cardi B gonna make up on Friday.
But supposedly Cardi has announced that she has not officially taken back Offset yet.
She said that she ain't been to Atlanta since Christmas or something.
Yeah.
Gossip, ladies and gentlemen. I love it.
Gossip. But our boy Five Venoms is providing the sounds.
That's
though.
Dope. That's dope.
Yeah. And then you got some people who nobody know on here. As a Queen Key.
But it's dope. So you going?
Hold on. Who's Queen Key? I think I know who that is.
So you going?
I ain't got the money for it.
You got to get that plug if you know the people running it, man.
Man, I know people who know. I know him, and then I haven't talked to him in a long time. But then I know somebody who knows him. My boy who used to perform. What's his damn name? God, he's a rapper. Sorry, I forgot your name, brother. But yeah, he performed at Rolling Loud a couple of times.
Dope.
And so he's like, yo, he's probably gonna be there. So I can probably hook me up.
Hey man, let me tell y'all, if y'all just saw that Fire Festival documentary, Rolling Loud is what they promised. You know what I'm saying?
No, they
didn't pay me to say that. Trust me, I'm just saying from personal experience.
But Rolling Loud is not. They wanted the Rolling Loud, but on like a private beach.
Yeah,
that's a problem. Like they tried to do too much, and then they tried to do it in 6 months.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious. That whole festival was hilarious because I was following that shit the whole way through. So seeing that documentary was great, but y'all dumb as fuck. Y'all dumb as fuck.
And if I know anything about Tariq, it's how he gets it set up. Pardon me for burping on the mic. But how he gets it set up really is he books people throughout the year for their little tours and like tour legs and stuff.
Exactly.
Then he like gets a discount when it comes to big festival time.
Nice. This
Like,
guy
yo,
was just booking
Yeah.
3-4 months in advance, like, hey, come to this private island and perform.
Yeah, they was trying to pull a wool on people's eyes and trying to do too much. Meanwhile, as soon as Rolling Loud is done, he's already got next year
Yeah, planned out.
There's artists in here he might need to change up the talent, but he's already booked so many shows throughout the year.
Straight,
Like, his headliner, look, every artist on this that's not a headliner, he's already hosted their tours. He has a personal connection with them. That's how Tariq does it.
That's crazy.
And then he's like, okay, cool. You gonna be a Rolling Loud? Give me a discount to be on the festival, or just show love for the festival.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's all it is. They get on stage, show love, be on flyers, billboards. That's the best pub for them. I mean, then he puts all his money into the big main acts, really.
Oh shit! If y'all going to Rolling Loud, holla at us, B.
Yeah, holler at us. Make sure you get your $50 down on your layaway plan.
Layaway plan. I got my Airbnb booked and everything.
Yeah, already?
Oh, we in it, bro. I'm in a group chat.
There.
Shout out to my boys that are putting down the down payment for me until I pay them back. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I'm very broke. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Pops, you cool? You cool with your son going to Rolling Loud like this?
Pops don't know what Rolling Loud is.
He knows now.
It's right down the street. He know what Ultra is, but he don't know nothing about that.
All right, cool. Any more topics before we get out of here tonight?
Real quick, we got a couple minutes left. Super Bowl's this weekend, man.
I need to find somewhere to watch it.
Super Bowl, come through. I should be hosting it. I told you my roommate, he's a diehard Patriots fan. Bobby, if you're listening, I hate you. I hate the Patriots. I hate Tom Brady. I hate Bill Belichick.
See, the question is, I got my homies who might want to.
Maybe we'll talk about this. But
yeah, we'll make plans.
But who you got, man? There's some interesting bets and gambles, and I love it. But who you got? Period.
Man, I got to route with YG and them Rams, dog. West Side.
I'm rooting for them too.
I just, as an AFC,
okay.
I am a Jaguars fan.
Okay.
So as being in the AFC, there's nothing more than we like seeing than the Patriots getting their ass kicked. Especially when we're doing it, because we're like one of the worst teams. But when we do it, oh yeah. When somebody else is doing it, oh yeah. When it's the Super Bowl time, they lose.
Oh yeah. I hate them straight up as a Giants fan, as the only team to beat them twice in the Super Bowl. Man, I'd love that. Just like you said, oh yeah. But I just really hope they lose, man. I don't think they will. I think that Brady's going to do it. I think he's phenomenal. I just really hope that they fucking lose.
Yeah, I think the Rams, with a young coach, the great team, they have a great team.
True.
Great team. People were really trying to give Goff a lot of
crazy.
A lot of stick for just being inconsistent last year. That's the best way to put it. But his team really was, the whole team was inconsistent. So I think this year they got it together. The team's been rolling, have good receivers, good Gurley's carrying the whole team, and they have that backup running back is amazing. And that defense is pretty good. The fact that, oh my God, why did the Jaguars give them another D tackle? We gave them our best D tackle.
Hey man,
for nothing. We got nothing out of that trade.
Don't tell me about that. Giants don't do nothing with our people.
But they took them and they ran. That defensive line is good with the addition we gave them. The linebacker. I think the linebacker core is probably and their DBs aren't that great, but their linebacker core is okay. It's just their secondary is good enough to stop people. So,
but you picking LA though?
I'm picking LA because I want LA to win. I think LA can run up some points in a hurry when they want to get rolling. No one's been able to prove that they can stop Gurley and the backup running backs.
It's true.
This year, I don't think the Patriots really had a very potent running game. So they had a good passing game. They didn't look really great in the run last year.
But they don't need it. So
yeah.
So a couple quick bets from that game. This is the best part of the Super Bowl to me. What color liquid will be poured on the coach? The bets are on lime, yellow, green, and blue.
Yellow.
Okay. I'm going to go with blue. Which beer commercial will appear first? Just name any random beer that you think is going to pay. To me, it's got to be Bud Light. Yeah, it's got to be Bud Light getting that money.
Honestly, you know how Budweiser usually has some of the best commercials?
Yeah.
Bud Light has really stepped it up.
Oh, they're great. The whole royal old school thing, like the mead and all that.
Yeah. I love that.
That shit's hilarious.
They're the same company anyway, so it doesn't matter.
How many catches will Gronkowski catch?
Is he healthy?
He got to play.
Well, screw him. He screwed me in fantasy because he got hurt in the last couple of games
Yeah,
this season.
he did. Yeah, he did.
How many passes?
Yeah, it shouldn't really be that much. I'll say maybe
6.
solid 6. Yeah, 5 or 6. Good number. Will the Patriots score in the first quarter? That's a tough one. It's a toss-up, everybody's saying. I say yes. I say end of the first quarter, but I say yes.
I'd never say anything against Brady. I might think he might lose, but if I'm going to say he's not, I can't tell him he won't score. That's the thing.
But first quarter.
I cannot say he won't score.
All right, I get you. All right.
It's Tom Brady.
He's going to score in the first quarter. I feel like he's definitely doing that. Rams defense is And then the last two, fucking stupidest shit ever. Will Maroon 5 perform 8 or more songs? The average is 7.
I'm really not caring about this halftime show.
Yeah, that's a whole controversy, man.
I don't care for this question.
I mean, he is bringing out Big Boy and Travis Scott, or they are bringing out Big Boy and Travis Scott. So, I mean...
if I'm there, I'm watching Travis Scott perform. Big
and then
Boy,
you
I love
turn
him.
it off.
I love Big Boy, but he doesn't have Andre 3000 with him.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I love you, but you don't have. Where's 3 sacks?
It's crazy. They didn't get a rapper for Atlanta, but I mean, NFL is going through that whole, racist kind of phase. Anyways, and then Gladys Knight is singing the national anthem. Is it going to go over or under a minute and 47
it's
seconds?
Gladys Knight. She's rocking that bitch.
You think she's going to go over a minute 47?
Yeah.
So a full 2 minutes? Okay.
Full 2 minutes. She's going to slow it down.
Okay. I want to see Gladys Knight do that. So now I got your bets. I'm going to bet these, all right? We're going to see what happens when we come back next week because I think I got some money from this. If the Patriots win, I got to get some money from this.
You betting me for this money?
Oh, no. I just know your bets now. No. I'm just saying. We'll compare and contrast.
Yeah.
When you see my winning results, you'll be like, okay.
All right.
But shout out, man. Shout out to the Super Bowl. Anybody out there watching it. But fuck the Patriots.
Also, if you're in the Orlando area, I'm not sure exactly where I'll be watching the Super Bowl yet, but might be downtown. I'll be hanging out with this guy here. So be safe. Enjoy the Super Bowl weekend. Make sure you spend some time with your family. Don't just sit on their couch and eat up all their food.
Nah. Have fun.
But have a good time. It's a good time for football. This is one of the best times of the year. Football season comes to an end, but we just had the national championship. This is what we all really look forward to. Even though
Pro Bowl here in Orlando
rained out.
Oh, crazy!
It was horrible.
Hilarious.
But at the end of the day, the Super Bowl is going to be good. Even if you boycotted football all year, watch the Super Bowl.
For sure.
Even if you're just going to watch for the commercials. Even that's what your girls usually watch for, the commercials. Who's number 55, baby? Don't ask me right now. The game is on. You know what I'm saying? But watch for commercials, laugh through the commercials, and make sure you have a good time, y'all.
Enjoy it.
Yep. And that's it for you good?
I'm Gucci, man.
All right.
Thanks
for tuning in. It's Thursday Night School. We'll be back next Thursday. Going back over our bets that we made for the Super Bowl. And, of course, it's DJ Spot of the Don, and
they call me Trini D.
Follow us on Instagram. I'm DADON DJSPYDA on Instagram, Twitter. You can find me on Facebook as well at DADON DJSPYDA. Trini, give me your socials.
You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Snapchat. DJ Trini D. That's at DJTRINID.
All right, guys. This weekend we'll be uploading the first 2 Thursday Night Schools.
First 3, including this one.
This one on Sunday.
So start watching these. We're going to make these, weekly thing, putting up on YouTube, trying to get some plays off of this. I know it's only a couple of y'all watching right now. If y'all watching the replays, just be sure we're going to have all the better angles, the Breakfast Club angles coming up on the YouTube podcast. So stay tuned. Thank y'all for rocking with us.
Of course, that'll be on the Night Owl Promotions YouTube link. That's Night with a K, so KNITEOWL. Promotions. I'm not going to spell that. It's too long. All right, guys. Shouts out to my boy Nick DeRosa, REA. We got a link of REA. That's my homegirl from Tally. She's a dope rapper.
Hell yeah.
From the city.
Come through.
Yeah, she's going to come through one time and again. We got Dre Forte asking to come through. But also, like I said, Orlando Passport is back March 12th. More information will be dropping soon. And after that, March 12th will be coming back to the USB listening party, guys.
Let's do it.
So let's do it. Everybody have a good night. Thursday Night School. We out.
Peace.